Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is thee, it is who. It is Rosie Rosette 2020. Pow. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm doing fine. Amongst all my camera fell or my phone fell. And you could just see all of the stuff all right here. This is all palettes and gift bags and socks. Because I have my sock pile right here. And makeup and brushes and all that. So, it is what it is. I'm not trying to hide. I'm not trying to say that I'm not neat. I'm a hoarder. Anyway, guess what this month is? Guess what it is? You guys know. You've seen my videos. Yes, you have. You've seen my videos. And thank you. Please subscribe. Anyway, this is October. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Am I the only YouTuber on YouTube that is promoting, advocating, and begging women, all women, not just women of color, all women, to please go and make an appointment and actually get the mammogram? It doesn't hurt and it could save your life, possibly. But not only women, men that have tatas, you need to go to. Yes, you need to get your chest x-ray, because men also can get breast cancer. That being said, let's go on with this. Okay, so apparently, I wish this would just, not go away, but like, it's past the 3 days. It's going on 3 weeks that this has happened. Netflix is right up the street. I think they're in Cupertino. And it just won't stop. And I think, but anyway, so I guess, I had put that there was a sister who was pregnant, but if she was a part of the trans coalition at Netflix, I don't know if she was pregnant, but I don't know if this is the lady. Let's see.
And so I want to make it very clear that this isn't an instance of cancel culture, because I've invited Dave Chappelle to have transformative dialogue with us on multiple occasions. And he has made it clear that it is not of interest to him. So just to be clear, this isn't cancel culture, but an avoidance of accountability when we've invited you to be a part of the repair that it takes to be able to not only heal culture, but to move all of us forward. And so I want to make it very clear that this isn't an instance of cancel culture, because I've invited Dave Chappelle to have transformative dialogue with us on multiple occasions. And he has made it clear that it is not of interest to him. So just to be clear, this isn't cancel culture, but an avoidance of accountability when we've invited you to be a part of the repair that it takes to be able to not only heal culture, but to move all of us forward. And so I want to
Okay, but it says here Dave Chappelle says he's open to talking with Netflix employees about his LGBTQ jokes. Okay, well, I mean, is he open to discuss it with the NAACP of all the jokes that derogatory jokes that he's made about black people? Like, is it, is he going to be open to the Asian coalition, to the white coalition? Like, I get it that you guys are a little upset, but so are all comedians supposed to, sit down with the LGBTQ community and talk about the jokes and talk about, okay, what can they joke about, what they can't joke about, what parallels can they bring, what similarities, what, correlations on life? That's what comedians do. Now, did he call them out their names? I don't know. But like, are you guys gonna cancel everybody who makes a joke about that community? Do you cancel the community that makes jokes about your community? I just want to know. I mean, like where I worked, there was, it was happening a couple months ago. We were all, it's all like at, my job, it was like the dozens, like in order to maintain, it was fun, but you had to keep it going. Like, if you got offended, you would lose. You had to keep it going, and it's like, so I guess someone was listening to us interact, and, you know, people would say, oh, I don't know what we would say, but it was just like, it was just the dozens all day. Like this guy and I, we never said nothing nice, but that was just our way of communicating. Okay. And I'm hot this week. It's hot. I don't know where my fan is. Okay. But and I say to my son, I'm like, oh my goodness, if someone were to hear us communicate with each other, they'd be like, oh my goodness, they're both so disrespectful. But that's how we get down. That's how comedians get down. That's how they make their money. If they're like mundane and, just simple and trying trying to be funny about the blue sky, that's not going to hit us. Like, comedians have a certain skill where they have to make it funny, but they have to, make it relatable and make it hit and hurt. Does that make sense? Like, Richard Pryor was really good for that. Eddie Murphy, I don't know, but Richard Pryor was really good. The black comedian who just died from Oakland, Eddie, oh goodness, I don't know his name. He was really good. I mean, he made it stick. And I don't know. So what are you going to sit down and talk to a man who walked away from $50 million? What are you going to say to him? What? Okay, well, you know what? You can't. Is it possible you cannot, really focus in on this element of our community? Okay, so are you going to sit down? This is what I want to know. Is the LGBTQ community going to sit down with each and every comedian that makes a joke about gay people or people in the community? That's what I would like to know. Is that going to happen? If you are not willing to sit down with Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, I don't know. I don't know. Oh goodness, who's the guy, the white guy that has a TV show? I don't think he does it anymore. The tall, I think he's Jewish. He has a black hair. What about the tall guy the tall white guy who just married, who just got divorced from the sister? The one that Wendy tried to get at. Oh, goodness. Oh, so embarrassing. Oh, my God. Now, don't get me wrong. I love men, but I don't know if I would flirt to the point where I'm embarrassing myself, where I'm chasing men on my show. Now, when those cameras, turn off, that's one thing. But anyway, you remember how they got on Nene Leakes? So, okay, so I know like white comedians, they can't really use the N-word. Okay, we get it. So Dave Chappelle shouldn't joke about anything in that community, or what? Like, what are you guys going to say? I need a list of exactly what you're going to say. Okay? I'm representing the Black Comedian Committee of Dave Chappelle. How about that? Okay? You sit down with him, I'll be at the table. All right? Because I need to know exact. So who else are you going to sit down with? Are you going to, again, the white comedians, the black comedians, the Asian comedians, the Mexican comedians, and at the table at your conference, at the comedians convention in Las Vegas, are you going to stipulate, okay, well, if you guys say this, we're going to cancel you guys, and we have a big backing because we're all in Hollywood, we're all over the world, there's gay people all over the world, there's community all over the world, and if you say this about us, you're canceled. Really? Now, I don't even know if that's Sistah. I don't know. Was she Muslim? What was all of this about? And the white thing. Is that her religion or something? Like, what was all that about? But I think she was pregnant. And she said that she, you know, who is she to question or to ask Dave Chappelle, you know, to speak to her? Okay, you know, she's Netflix, 50 million. The Netflix executive said, I'm not canceling him for this. We just got him back. There's too much money in that. So y'all can go ahead and have your protests and do whatever, but if you do too much, isn't that the lady in white? Did she get fired? Did she get reinstated again? No, no, she got fired. So how is she gonna talk to Dave when she's not even? Is she fired? Did they hire her back? Allegedly, did she get fired? Allegedly, did they bring her back? Baby, I would be worrying about that unemployment check. Forget Dave Chappelle, honey. If you're out, because I'm not exactly sure. If that's the lady, because remember, that's the one I described. She's a black woman. She's a woman. She's black, and she's pregnant. Remember, that's what they said in the thing. That looks like her. I don't know exactly if she's pregnant or not, allegedly. But if that's her, is she gonna file a lawsuit against? I wouldn't be worried about David. I'd be worried about how am I gonna, you know, finish paying out that 401k, the medical, that Cobra. You know, who else is gonna hire me since I got fired from Netflix for leaking out information? Girl, I would leave Dave Chappelle alone. Dave Chappelle got major money. Did Netflix give you, you know, at least 100,000 to carry you over, whatever? I don't know. Maybe she got, you know, stock, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But to risk it all, ooh, you risked it all, and he's still making millions, multi-millions. Probably because of this, he's making, now everybody wants to look at it, whatever. You're just making the whole matter worse. I'm not saying for you not to advocate for your rights. Did Dave Chappelle take away any of those rights? I think he was simply spelling out reality. Now, reality does hurt, especially when you ain't got your 40 acres and a mule, and all of your ancestors have gone on to pass, and they can't even enjoy. They'll never be able to. I don't know if I'll be able to enjoy it. Gavin Newsom, when is that committee coming on? I don't know if I want to follow this because I'm really sick of this, whatever, but let's see what happens. All right, talk to you guys later. Oh, and because I'm making this film, don't tell me I'm homophobic and all blah blah blah. Listen, y'all don't want that. No, you don't. You don't want to come at me with that nonsense. No, and I'm not gonna say, oh, I have a lot of gay friends. No, fuck that. I'm not homophobic. Okay, I like all people. I love all people. What you do in your bedroom, that's your business, because you ain't doing it in my bedroom, so I don't care. Okay, so don't come up to me like that. I'm talking about everybody, but don't throw that stuff at me. Well, you have it, but don't start, because this mouth, you talk about David, will hurt some feelings. I definitely hurt some feelings. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.